Hello, my sewing friends. This is Friday Sews.
Woohoo!
I'm Jen. This is the sewing room where it's Friday Sews, and we talk about sewing in life. There are lots of people who do it, and you can find them by clicking on the hashtag in the description box at the very top, or on the top comment. There's also a hashtag you can click on that will take you to all the people who do it. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you never miss any of mine. Okay, I'm going to move into the sewing because I got a fair amount done in a short amount of time. And that's primarily because the projects went really fast. Okay, I did Project Dress-A-Girl dresses, and this is a charity event that happens every September. You can do yours all the way up to the end of September. Really, you can do it any time of year. And send them to Madi from Madi Sews. She is the person that heads it all up. I'll put her kickoff video up here. She's got some directions about how to do it, and it's also on Instagram. You can make dresses and take pictures and send them off to Madi or your local person that collects them. Well, I made 4, and I made them from the pattern that was designed. She's done this like 4 years in a row by Alisa at Thoughtful Creativity. She has a little girl, and so she always designs a dress that will fit her little girl. So I made 4 of those. They go together really quickly, and I made 4. I did this one, color blocked them all out. They're so cute, and the cutest part is the back where the bias tape does that little curve like that. Did that one, and this one. Someone will have a pretty pink and blue dress. And this one, which I thought it was my favorite, but it's the next one is. This is fabric that I've had since my girls were little, and it is from KP Kids, and it's the stripe and then the frogs. And I went ahead and used it because it's precious to me, and I thought, what better way to use it than for a little girl who may never get a dress. This one is my favorite, I think, and this is just a classic seersucker that I had some left, and it's not color blocked, but it's really cute. It has a rickrack at the where the bodice meets the skirt. So those are my Project Dress-A-Girl dresses. Like I say, they go really quickly, and they are going into a package to go off to Madi, like today. I had a couple of UFOs that I wanted to address. One is this dress, and this is a pattern from 1998. There is a dupe of this pattern. I'll put it here on the screen. I can't remember the number or anything. This is Simplicity 8070. And I made view B, and obviously it's rayon from Minerva, and it just needs a hem. That's it. Seriously, only needs a hem. Why I haven't done that hem. I don't know. I just haven't. So I need to hem that. And then I have this gorgeous, gorgeous, expensive linen. This was not cheap. And this is McCall's 6959. And I wanted to make it for Easter. And it's really pretty. And as is the case with pretty much every wrap dress ever drafted, sewn, or invented, it comes down too low and it gapes. So this, you're supposed to finish all the edges in bias tape. So what I did was took, instead of bias tape, I put a wider band here, and it's because the neckline in the back comes up too high because of the band, the width of the band. And it's a little too small, which was my fault. I thought that the wrap would compensate for that, but it doesn't really. And the stitching on the armhole is atrocious. And I lined it. You're supposed to do a facing, especially, it's supposed to be a much more casual dress than this one actually is. And so, sadly, I'm giving up. I can't make this work. I just can't. It's nothing I'm going to do to it is going to make it bigger or function better. So what I'm going to do is take it apart and use the linen for something else, possibly a vest. I think I could get a vest. There's a lot of real estate in this skirt because, I mean, it's a wrap skirt, but let me see if I can open it up. I've got this much to work with. That's a lot. The other thing about this is hemming it, you know, it was like a nightmare. It's a circle skirt, and I let it hang in the whole 9 yards. So, okay, sadly, bye-bye. McCall's, what is this, 6959? You did not work for me. I'm so sorry. Bye-bye. Let me tell you the khaki story. Oh, this is such a fun story because it had such a good ending. I have a little top. It's a little rayon top that I thrifted like 15 years ago. I think the brand is Caribbean Joe. It's one of those like Tommy Bahama kind of tropical brands. And I love it, but I don't wear it very often because I don't have anything to wear it with. And so I thought, well, khaki skirt, classic khaki skirt would work great with that. Now I do have some capris, but I don't really like these very much. I mean, they're okay. I wear them, but with that top, they just look sloppy. So they're this color. And so that's what I wanted. I wanted some khaki colored twill, and I wanted it to have like a bottom weight and a little bit of lycra in it. Now, I did not look online. I'm sure I can find it online, but I went over to Hobby Lobby because I had to go to Walmart and that was on my way. I needed bias tape and some other stuff. And so I stopped at Hobby Lobby. I noticed that they were having a 40% off sale on fabric. And I had gotten some denim over there. And I thought, did I see khaki? I can't remember. So I walked over to where the denim was and I found no khaki and nothing that had, actually the only other light colored thing they had was a white bull denim, which has no stretch. It's jeans weight denim. So I meandered over to where the interfacings are because, you know, they have muslin and other utility kinds of fabrics over there and they're all the right color. So I thought maybe I'll see something over there. Nope, no luck. So I meandered over to the upholstery section. And that's where they have the fabrics on the long bolts, the rolls. And I couldn't believe it. I found this. This is 100% linen and it is gorgeous. And let me show you up close. It's made for probably recovering a chair or a stool or something like that. It's upholstery and it's made for furniture, but it's very light in terms of being upholstery fabric. It's got some weight to it, so it's like a bottom weight. I bought 1.5 yards and I thought, well, I'll just make my skirt out of this. This is dry clean only, but I don't know where my little piece is that I cut a little piece off of this and I put it in cold water with some soap, not laundry soap, but I think it was Dawn. It was whatever was there at the sink, and washed it out, rinsed it, and then hung it up, and it worked. I think I'll be able to put this in the washer on cold and then hang it up to dry, and I don't think it's going to ruin the fabric. So I know we take our chances with drapery fabrics when we're using them for apparel fabrics, especially cotton chintz. That happens a lot. Anyway, so I got 1.5 yards of it and I thought, ooh, that'll work for my skirt. Okay, so I was walking into the sewing room and I had picked up, out of my closet, I grabbed this little blouse. This is a blouse that I thrifted not very long ago. It is 100% Irish linen. It's so pretty and it's embroidered. You can kind of see. And I thought, well, I need to take that in a little bit, you know, just through the back. It has back darts here. So I thought, oh, I'll just pull those in a little bit because it fits fine, but it's a little loose, especially if you want to wear it outside on something that's not like a wide leg pant or something like that. I thought, I want to wear that with a skirt. So, so I was going to, you know, take it in. And then I left to go do what I was doing. And when I came back, I came in here to put this down and this caught my eye, and look at this. This is perfect for this little top. Look at that. I couldn't believe it. I stood there with my mouth open. And Anyway, so I thought that's my skirt. Now, the rest of the story is that I have Butterick 6901. This vest and pants is stunning. It is, oh man, it's a classy looking outfit. So I went over to JoAnn's. This has been a couple of weeks ago. I went over to JoAnn's to look for linen for this. What I wanted was this. I couldn't find it there. All I could find was this beautiful white. Now this is, I think this is a linen blend. It's not a slub, but I think it probably has some viscose in it. So I got like 4 yards of it. And I did that because I thought, well, it'll work. It looks like the front of the envelope. But I was worried that it was too sheer for the pants. Let me see if I can grab one layer of it. I don't know. But I didn't want to line pants, especially here in Florida. There it is. And see, yeah. It's a little sheer for that outfit. I mean, I will line the vest. It calls for a lining for the vest. But then I realized this is exactly what I wanted for this. And now I know where it is. So I only got a yard and a half, and that's not enough. Well, it might be enough for the vest, but it'll be enough for a skirt. And so I'm going to go back and get a bunch more of it. It's 54 wide, so I will go probably with the 60 wide amount that you need of fabric yardage. What is it called? Fabric yardage. And maybe get a little more than that so that I can make the pants and the vest. And I don't know what I'll do with this. I've got like 4 yards of it, so I don't know. All kinds of things I could do with that. But I love this. This is just what I wanted for that. And to be honest, that's an outfit. That's 3 different pieces that will go with a lot of things. So I am so happy about this, that I found this. And Hobby Lobby has not been my favorite place. Because, you know, when you go there, you can get fabric, but a lot of times it's just absolute trash. It is not quality fabric. And yeah, you just have to kind of take your chances or be very discriminating in the way that you look at what they have and take home what you want. So that was all of the sewing. Let me move on into life. Several of you have asked, are we okay? Because Hurricane Helene came through here. Hurricane Helene for us on the west coast of Florida, until you got up where Florida curves into the panhandle, it's a peninsula and then it's this way. And that corner there is called the Big Bend. And so that's where it hit land. And that's where a lot of the devastation is. It wasn't a huge storm, but it packed a punch. It was a Category 4 storm when it hit land, and it plowed its way up through Atlanta and then kind of went a little bit west and went up through North Carolina and even up into Tennessee. They have had incredible flooding there. It is, oh my gosh, the pictures from there, on the photos online are, your heart just breaks for these people. It is devastating. Everything's underwater. Everything, and tornadoes. So we are fine, but please be praying for those people who are in areas that were just absolutely wrecked, absolutely blown away and drowned with all the water that came through, both rain and storm surge. Man, that water has nowhere to go when it comes in out of the Gulf, and it just shoves right up onto land and floods everything. So we need to be praying for those people. So let's make sure that we go to Jesus and stand in a gap for them. And also, you know, do whatever we can. I'm going to put a link down in the description box that I found on weather.com on what you can do if you want to help. And then the only other thing about life I want to tell you is that I had a weekend last weekend with my girls. This was one of the highlights. That's all of them singing with a playlist of nothing but Disney songs. that one of my daughters had. They love Disney. They've loved Disney their whole lives. And so that was so much fun. We played games, we played cards, we had a canasta tournament because we're all big canasta players. It was really fun. So that was a blast. That's going to be an annual event for us, just Mom and the girls. I highly recommend it. So I'm going to move on now into my little bit of Jesus. So if you check out About Now, I just want to say thank you so much for coming and just visiting with me for a little while. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you in comments, and I will see you next time. For those of you who stayed for a little bit of Jesus, thank you for being here. And I have 2 verses that I want to share with you, which in thinking about the storm and all of those who need for us to pray and stand in a gap, that's really the most powerful thing we can do, is pray for them. Doesn't seem like anything because we're not doing anything, but God is. The creator of the universe is. That's a big deal. Okay, so these are from Psalms 34, 17 and 18. The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. Boy, is that encouragement or what? My heart goes out to those people. And I read these verses and I think, these are for you. I know everything is a mess around you. It's either blown away or it's underwater. But you know what? God is there for you. God is going to fix it. And I say that because I've been through a hurricane like that when Ian came through 2 years ago in my area, and everything was underwater or blown away, and we did recover. And so I know they will. I know they will. But in the meantime, anything we can do to help them, most of all praying, is the most powerful thing we can do. And they can be comforted by these words, and so can we. And so let's keep them in our prayers this week. So I'll leave it there for this week. I will see you again soon. And you all, you know I love you. Thank you so much for being here and for watching.